What's up, y'all? I'm back, and this is going to be part of another series I'm doing with the making feminized pollen and seeds. But in order to make feminized pollen and seeds, first you have to have to make it the right way, to make them herm because you're affecting the chemicals in the plants and not because they're just being stressed and harming on their own. You have to affect the plants with some form of silver. There is colloidal silver, which used to be the old standard, and now there is STS, which is a silver thiosulfate. STS spray is pretty much the go-to these days, and the more dependable solution for making feminized pollen and seeds. Both these solutions, silver thiosulfate and the colloidal silver, they both act on the female plants, and they prevent the plants from producing ethylene. And ethylene is what the female plants need to produce to be able to make their buds. So when this stops it from producing ethylene, it makes it where the plants can only make male pollen sacs. And that's what happens. That's how feminized pollen is produced, by blocking the ethylene production in plants. So either way, that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and make this silver thiosulfate solution so I can start with my next run, which is going to be making feminized seeds and pollen. If you guys want to check those out, go to my playlists, and I'll have it in there. A playlist in that, and I'll put this video in that playlist as well as all the other videos that have to do with that. But it's a really simple process making this STS spray. Basically, you're just mixing up some compounds, and these are all the compounds you need. All the materials you need right now are, you need sodium thiosulfate, either anhydrous is what I got, or pentahydrate, which is the other one starts with a P. I think it was pentahydrate, something like that. That one, you need a little bit higher of an amount to use with the ratios. But this one is the one I got, so they both work fine. And you need silver nitrate. So basically, you're just taking this ratio, and the ratio that's the standard kind of for making the stuff is 500 milliliters of water, and for the silver nitrate, it's 0.5 grams, so half a gram of silver nitrate. I already weighed it out, so I don't have to sit around on camera doing it. But so half a gram of silver nitrate, and like I said, 500 milliliters of distilled water. So I use my RO water, obviously. But yeah, that's it. All you have to do is just mix them together and let them mix. So I'm going to let these mix for now. And I'm going to go ahead and leave them in here mixing their own little vials here. I'm actually happy I get to use my my little stir plate here, which is something I rarely ever use. It's so clean and untouched. But yeah, get to use my stir plate for this. I'm going to let these stir up a little more. I got the 500 milliliters already cut out over there for the sodium thiosulfate. And so silver nitrate was half a gram to 500 milliliters, and the sodium thiosulfate anhydrous is 2.5 grams to 500 milliliters. So these are your stock solutions. Basically the silver nitrate solution and the sodium thiosulfate solution. So you keep these separate at all times. You can basically store these for a long time as these stock solutions. And then when you're ready to make your STS spray, you mix them together. And the one thing I didn't mention yet that you will need, well, you don't have to have it, but it helps, is yucca extract, which is a wetting agent or a surfactant. That's what they call it. So it basically makes the stuff where it doesn't beat up and run off. It makes it kind of like stick and cover the leaves evenly, or cover the plants evenly, so it makes the spray more effective. But anyway, I'll come back when I'm done mixing up these two beakers here, and I'll make the solution. So, be back in a second. Okay, so preparing these stock solutions was simple enough, all right? And now the next half is pretty much just as simple. Basically, I'm going to take this. I've got a 16-ounce bottle here, which is almost 500 milliliters. I'm going to take these two solutions and mix them up inside this and then dilute them. So first, I'm going to take, so like I said, it's almost 500 milliliters. I'm going to take about 23 milliliters of the sodium thiosulfate first. 23. Yeah, close enough. So 23 of the sodium thiosulfate is going to go in this bottle first. And then I'm going to take the same amount of the silver nitrate solution, 23 milliliters. Okay. Yep, all right. And add it while I'm kind of mixing them together. So I'll start putting it in and mixing them together at the same time, swish them around while I'm mixing it in, and try and get it done here within, 10-15 seconds. There we go, mixing these up. Like I said, the sodium thiosulfate goes first, and then the silver gets added to that. And now I've got these two mixed. And that is about it, besides diluting the solution here. So last step, well, obviously not the last step, but the next step is diluting this solution down. If you don't dilute it down, you'll be burning your plants with it. So you got to get it very diluted. Basically, this whole mixing process is diluting the base solutions to make diluting the chemicals themselves to make the base solutions, and then diluting the base solutions a lot more to make the actual product we're going to be using here. So there we go. Now that it's diluted, the last step is to add a little bit of this yucca surfactant here. Okay, yeah. For a second I thought I overfilled it, but I didn't. So yeah, last step, adding the yucca surfactant here. And once I'm done with that, this solution will be ready to go. And basically when you're adding the yucca, you can use it kind of sparingly. It's a little bit goes a long ways in this stuff. So there we go, that should be plenty. I'll go and mix it up. And that is the final product right there. STS spray done. It is super simple to make. That's 16 ounces right there. As you can see, I used barely any of this. This is 25 grams of silver nitrate. I used half a gram to make all this. And I used 2.5 grams to make all this. And of that 500 milliliters of base solution, I only used 23 milliliters of each of those to make a 16-ounce bottle. So the point is, with this much silver nitrate and this much sodium thiosulfate, you can make gallons of this stuff. So like I said, this is the first 16 ounces, and I barely scratched the surface of the first two base solutions I made, which barely scratched the surface of the ingredients. So yeah, a little bit goes a long way with these ingredients. I can make this stuff forever now. They sell this stuff on Amazon. They sell a bottle this size on Amazon. Actually, they sell a bottle half this size on Amazon for $34. I was looking around at different silver thiosulfate brands that were for sale, but yeah, they sell a brand half this size for $34. And I could probably make 100 of these for just my little buy-in here of this, and this. So it's crazy what people mark you up for when they think you, or I guess just too lazy to make it yourself or whatever. But either way, that's it. Silver thiosulfate spray, and I'll be taking this into my my feminized seed making run and spraying those when the lights go out tomorrow morning. And I'll be flipping those plants in a week from now, but I'll be spraying them periodically until I have male pollen sacs formed, and that's basically the whole purpose of making this, so I can do my whole making feminized pollen and seeds run. So anyway, if you guys watched this far, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe. And like I said, go check out my playlist, and I'm going to do this whole series. And if you haven't seen my other playlists, I got all kinds of crap I've done, my techniques and my philosophies and every grow I've done up to this point. So if you haven't yet, check those out. And I will see you guys on the next video. It'll be coming up tomorrow morning. See you then. Peace.